Hopefully. Wish there's a way to just teleport back to the boat. Maybe that'll work? Oh, that takes me back to the town. Hey, port. I can only warp to this town? Actually, I have to make my way back. Well, that sucks. I hope this is the right way, though. Yeah. Organ Woods thingy. Other place. Okay. So, go back then. I just love the music in this game. So beautiful. And again, it's kind of fitting with the mood right now. Like, it's so depressing. Alright, onwards. I'm really curious as to how much longer. Teleport. Hopefully that's faster. Yeah, looks like it is. Sweet. Well, that was nice. Don't have to run all the way. I like it. So yeah, I'm really curious as to what's gonna happen now. Like, we got the next Therion. I don't know how many more Therions we need. We should be just about done with Therions. It would make sense that they would, you know, kind of make her having to go to her hometown the last one, so...
That horned monster.
I don't know.
He was with Melchior. There was something different about him. He wasn't
Yeah, you guys know him.
right?
You know exactly who he is.
I'm pretty sure he's a demon. But why would the Abbey be working with a demon?
Because they do what they want.
Maybe.
I forget to turn on Firebot.
There was Medusa and Kamoana. No, I don't think so. The Abbey keeps their Therians behind barriers and bound to Earth Pulse points. A Therian can't send malevolence to Inominat while walking freely.
That's correct. And besides, Orthrus was already here. In any case, now we know Melchior has a mean-looking bodyguard in addition to his illusions. It'll take quite a lot to stop him.
Aye. That's a fact.
Like, we already know kind of who that demon it probably is. And Eisen feels it. I'm sure he does. Regardless, it's not going to end well. I don't want to fight.
There's something I have to ask.
What is it?
Did you leak our plans to the Abbey?
Eleanor hasn't done anything like that.
Then how do you explain Melchior and his illusions already waiting for us when we got to a ball?
I
Because it was
promised
a
you that I
trap.
would work together with you until I found the truth for myself. I'm not up to any tricks. It's far too late for that now. Exactly what a guilty party would say.
If
It's
anyone's
Magulu.
suspicious here, I'd say it's you, Magulu.
No tricks.
Right?
I don't even know what a trick is.
Whatever.
Enough. If Eleanor was leaking information, then Titania would surely be under attack by now.
Right.
Yep.
I'm sure the Abbey would love to have those Therians back.
But the enemy was in that village waiting in ambush.
The Abbey isn't foolish. They figured out by now that we're rounding up the Therians. They'll have left traps for us with each remaining one. It's the obvious move.
All right. If that's how you see it, I'll stand down.
That's
So you
exactly
trust me
what
then?
it is.
No. I'm saying that anything the Abbey tries, I'll be ready for it.
I really think that Magalu
such a
is
brave,
playing a part
determined
in this
soul.
mess.
I'll show you
Ugh.
the beauty of my spirit.
Like, I don't understand why Magalu has been with us the whole time. Like, she just feels like it. And nobody just feels like going on this kind of adventure. So, there's a reason why Magalu is with us, and I'm assuming it's not exactly a good one. Even though she's been helping us, I know. But she seems very amused by all the crap that's going on.
Let's go! No escape!
I don't
Come
know.
on, really?
I don't know.
Eleanor, does the Abbey possess an art that can control demons?
Not that I've ever heard of. Besides, if they could control demons, there'd be no need to resurrect Enominat, would there?
Can't argue with that.
Good
But
point.
Melchior was obviously in control of that demon. How did he manage that?
You can't tether him
Because
like
it was a
monarch.
person that he
And
broke
Melchior
first.
wasn't using oaths or mana to compel him. No. This was something more like mind control.
Mind control?
Let's say you know your target's innermost desires. You simply conjure the right illusion. Show them what would push their buttons in just the right way.
Ah, if you can create an illusion of something someone really wants, you can control them.
Exactly.
Yeah, pretty much.
You can force a powerful burden upon your target's psyche. Until their spirit breaks, that is.
What happens when they break?
Depends on the target. They might become an empty shell, they might go wild with desire. Eeny teeny spiny crow.
You sure know a lot about this.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
that you put it that way, why would I know so much about it? What if someone is controlling me, making me say these very words? How horrifying! I believe I'll take your words with a grain of salt.
More like she has done it before, I'm guessing. Yeah, I really want to know how this is gonna play out. I am so suspicious.
Listen, Eleanor really isn't spying on us.
No, she's not.
I was with her almost every minute, and when I wasn't, Velvet was watching her. And she's a woman who keeps her promises. She wouldn't lie to...
Laffy said.
We understand, Laphicet. It's Eleanor. If she were lying to herself to somehow keep spying on us, the guilt would fill her with malevolence.
I see. You're right. The fact that I haven't turned into a dragon proves that.
Thank you. Both of you.
I didn't think you were giving them
much.
information intentionally.
But there are illusionists like Melchior out there. That means we can't rule out someone recording your thoughts in secret.
I don't think we need to worry about that either. Not with you and Laphicet always near.
Now that that's settled, it's time for you all to testify to my innocence.
That could be difficult.
What?
Well,
Right.
Okay. Why don't you start off by telling us all about the time you sold us out to Teresa back in Helives?
Oh, why bring up that old yam? You're a very vindictive man, do you know that?
You're just figuring that out? Well, there's your proof at least. You wouldn't make much of a spy.
She really wouldn't.
Well, no, I figure she'd be the perfect spy. He's messing around, you know, giving information to people that they find out about. Who knows? Hey, Subsided. How are you doing today? Alright, bunch of people to talk to. Oh, not bad. A little bit sick still.
My sister's making us
So I'm
pickled
just
meatballs for
chilling.
dinner tonight. Hey, what did I tell
Working
you
on
about bothering
more
travelers?
Berseria.
Sorry about that. He's totally obsessed with food.
That's all right.
I like
Pickled
food.
meatballs, huh?
Food is
Sounds
good.
delicious. They're really super tasty. But
No,
Sis
I
says
haven't
that
found a
they
way
used
to it
taste
yet. I
even
just moved
better.
on.
Why's that?
We used to get deliveries of fresh, delicious prickle meat from the nearby
outside
village
of the
Abal.
town, there's a
But in the
section that
Advent
was
3 years
guarded
ago,
that I couldn't get
demons attacked
into.
the
I'm
village,
assuming
and now it's
eventually I
gone.
can, and that's
It's
gonna lead
such
me
a
into the
tragedy.
sewers.
If they only could have held out for just one more day, I'm sure Lord Artorias would have saved them.
Artorias. Right.
Whatever. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure I know how to get there. I just don't have access to it yet. There's a section right outside of town that looks like it would go to the sewers, and they won't allow me to go to it yet. So, that's my guess.
Excuse me. My partner and I here would like to put on a comedy show if it's possible.
Oh boy.
Not often you run into someone with a real fire.
I don't
want
want to do a comedy show.
All right, show me what you got.
With pleasure. Eleanor, I'm impressed. I didn't know you had this sort of initiative. You just have to do what you have to do, right? Besides, if we pull this off, it could be our chance to get closer to Modulu.
Did you say Modulu? I haven't seen her recently, but she seems to be making a name for herself in Logris.
Yeah, her dances are really beautiful. Do you know her?
I do. Her and her teacher, Valta.
So what have you
I'm
been
not
playing
saying
recently
Modulu isn't
subsided?
Great, but
Oh, besides
Valta
Final Fantasy
was
XIV.
utterly sublime. I worry about him pushing Modulu so much, to be honest. He's never been one to accept compromise in his art.
Huh. I didn't know that.
We don't have time to stop and feel bad for our rivals. Did you memorize the script?
Of course I did. And I
Oh,
won't
Just
tolerate
Cause
any
3?
slip-ups from
Nice.
you either.
I never played any of the
Hearing
games in that
just makes
series,
me more motivated.
but I've
Well, let's
seen a
get
few
going.
streams.
We've got a show to put on.
Jake, thanks for the ice cream
There. Thanks for
and
having
the
us again.
diamond.
The Bienfu Keepers. Magic.
Thanks
Bioweapon, thanks for the host, and
If we're
Jinky,
supposed
thank you
to
so
be
much.
regulars here, then why does everyone look like they've never heard of Bienfu?
Humble
and
bundle?
what's with
Nice.
this Magic Exam stuff? Is that some
I probably
kind
own
of
it too
spell?
then.
Gosh, it's really
I
been
own
getting
so
cold
many
here
games
lately.
on Steam,
Are
I don't
you
even
just
know what I
going to
have
ignore my
anymore.
questions?
What does it
My
matter?
backlog
Aren't you
will
too
never
cold to worry
end.
about things like that? Does this feel summery to you?
I can be cold and ask you questions at the same time. Actually, it is rather
How
cold.
is Zisteria,
See? I said
Bioweapon?
it was cold. In fact, I've been so cold lately, I even set fire to my clothes.
Yeah, I love that
Isn't that
game.
going too far?
It's really good.
In fact, that wasn't enough, so I set the house on fire too.
Your house?
Yeah, that's a good way to do it,
Why would you
Subsided.
do
I'm like,
that?
for 12
Don't
bucks, you
worry,
get a ton
it
of
doesn't bother
games.
me at all. And who
12
said
bucks
it
a
was
month
my
or whatever it
house?
is.
The one I
I
set
think
on
it's 12.
fire was yours.
That's a crime, you know.
Like, I subscribed to it, like,
Arson
earlier
is a
this year,
serious
so I just
crime.
don't remember.
Well, yes, but
It just
In the
goes.
script, the
It gives me
punchline was
games.
supposed to be, but when I saw how much it would cost to replace them, I got the chills.
yeah, but I got into the moment and thought I could ad-lib something better.
You're advocating something
Oh my
really
god, thank you
important.
for the
Change it back.
sparks.
What's the big deal? You're getting worked up.
We're almost
over
at the
a
next
joke.
milestone, too.
Crime is not a joke.
Need another
Even speaking
500,000.
as a normal citizen, I can't condone speech
Guys are
that
freaking
promotes such a
awesome.
horrifically antisocial act.
Oh, now you've got me all
Thank
mad.
you.
I give
Thank
up.
you for the
good.
sparks.
No, it's
Alright,
bad.
Bioweapon, have a good
I
night.
give up for good.
No, it's bad.
Yeah, of course, Subsided.
My deepest apologies.
I blame
I'm
him
afraid I
for
talked about something so
resubscribing
terrible
to
today,
Final
sir.
Fantasy.
Well, the whole thing was meant to be
Just
about
so hard to
morals
find time to
anyway,
play it,
so
but I really want to get
how
through the
did we
story.
do?
Can I just ask you one question? Are you for
No.
real?
Yes, I am.
I should have known.
Oh, we got stuff for Magilu. Alright, let's see. Got the hatless style. Oh, that's cool. Okay, and then we got the jacket. No. I like the jacket. That's so weird. For a second, I thought you said dink. Dinkinly. God.
Wow, the weather's just
I don't know, I
swell.
can't get
Something
back
I've
into
said
those
every day for
games.
3
I
months now.
tried.
Huh? But wasn't there just a heavy fog?
Like when the
Never
Ark
seen a wisp of fog in this village.
released the
It's been
newest
sunny so long,
one, I
I
played
think
for
I
like a
might
few
dry
days and I
up.
was like, alright,
That
I'm
means
kind of
that
done.
fog was just another of Melchior's illusions.
Seems that way.
I just can't get back into it anymore. But then again, there's just so many other games that I play, so it's hard to find the time to put into it.
Our town decided to make a new holiday marking the day that Lord Artorius became the Shepherd.
Of course you
3 years
guys
ago,
did.
when the Malachim appeared on the Advent, Taliesin was the first town that Lord Artorius saved. We hold great pride at being the city where humanity first struck back against the demons.
That explains why you'd celebrate his ascension, but wasn't a ball closer to his heart?
You may be right about that. Not being able to save a ball was a terrible agony for Lord Artorius. Even though he killed the demons that destroyed the village, he couldn't bring back the lives that had been lost.
Like it
If Lord
happens with
Artorius had
most
gone to a
open-ended
ball
games.
first,
That's the problem.
our city might have
Which
been
is why I
destroyed
love playing
instead.
so many
We won't forget
single-player
the
and
tragedy
co-op
that
games
befell
that,
our
you know, actually have a
That's the
storyline
other
in it.
purpose of this holiday. Remembrance.
That's
Like
right.
I like making progress
Life
in that
lost
kind of
can
sense.
never be brought back.
So, like, things like Ark is fun as long as there's a lot of people to play with, you know? But once people start dropping out or not logging in or, you know, what have you, then it starts getting, you know, a little quiet. I have to go north for that stuff. There's a couple question marks, like the N. Like, if I get back into Ark, I would want to do something like a project with people. I don't want to just play, you know? I think that's my biggest issue with those kinds of games. They're fun while you're trying to learn the game and stuff, but once you already learn it, it's like you just, you know, tame all the things, you build a massive base, and then that's about it. But if you guys are like grouping up to tackle things, do raids, yeah, or like an arena, how do you get to that icon? Get together and do an arena. Organized PvP. Yeah, like there's an icon right here that I can't get to. Alright, well... anything about that right now? Alright, let's get out of here. Need to go back to the boat. The ship, whatever you want to call it. Like, for me, when it comes to open-ended games, Overwatch, I enjoy playing with friends. Final Fantasy XIV, I'm enjoying the story and stuff, and I'm looking forward to raiding with everyone. Then I have Stardew Valley, which, you know, I'm having fun with the multiplayer aspect.
Is one of them off-limit Class 4 islands that folks call
Assassin's
Serpent
Creed?
Isle. Places
I never
you
got
can
into
run
the
with
Assassin's
snakes
Creed
since
series,
forever.
but I really want to play Origin and Odyssey. Those
Sounds like hell to me.
are kind of like
I've heard there's a woman who
away
actually
from
lives
your
there.
traditional
Whatever
Assassin's
for?
Creed, and it
Why
looks
would
really
anyone
good.
want to live in a place like that?
I know. It's mighty strange. Place supposedly is crawling with demons, too. Last time
Demons,
I was
huh?
in the area, I checked it out. Kept my distance, of course.
Black Flag.
Used me spyglass.
And? Was she there?
Like, I never was
She
interested
was.
in Assassin's Creed
Except
until the
she
last
looked
two
like
came
a
out.
snake herself. I mean, she was human.
I think eventually I'm gonna get them.
Was a weird color, and her lower half was all slithery and wiggly. Ugh. Creep me out.
A snake woman,
Like, they're
huh?
gorgeous looking.
Worse.
And
Looked like
open
you
world
couldn't
and
swing
stuff. And
cats
like,
without hitting a
I like
snake.
those kinds of action RPGs.
Just the thought of it keeps me awake at night.
You should
God
have
of
a stiff
War,
drink and
Horizon
get some
Zero
sleep
Dawn,
before you
things like
pass
that.
out on deck. I'll tell Benwick to give you an extra ration.
Wow. Thanks a lot, First Mate. I appreciate it. I ought to pester him for some of that aged reserve he keeps hidden away.
Cool. Thank you for the info and access to places and stuff. It means a lot to me. Ooh, plant. But yeah, normally my favorite kinds of games are action RPGs and JRPGs and adventure platformers types, you know. Those are my go-tos normally.
Back. Did you find the Therian?
Yeah. We're bringing these two back to Titania.
Yeah, you like open world,
Dogs?
where you can kind of explore and branch out and do side stuff as you feel like.
Ship?
You're not a dog person.
I was, bit by one when I was a kid.
Yeah,
Then
Far
you've
Cry's
got
another one I want
nothing
to get
worry
into.
about. If they're biting anyone on this ship.
Like, I've watched streams on Far Cry games, and I love them.
Velvet?
They look
Oh,
so
sure.
good.
They're just dogs.
No, I mean, in general.
Like, you have your main
They can come
storyline which you
aboard.
follow, but you can
I'll take
branch
us
off
back to
and do a
Titania.
lot of side stuff.
We have to take good care of Orthy and Russ.
Yeah,
That's on
the
you.
stories are really good.
They won't let me near.
Yeah, well, what do you expect?
But that's mainly
You
why I
only
like
killed their
JRPGs. They
master.
have
Don't
really
worry,
good stories.
I'll take responsibility.
You mustn't.
Well, a
They're
lot of
quite
them do, that
vicious,
is,
you
not
know.
all.
I just asked them if they wanted to be friends, and they suddenly bit me.
I'm sure
Yeah,
you said something to
JRPGs
irritate
is just
them, like,
something I
"I'll
grew
make
up
you my
on, so
minions."
you had it coming.
they tend to focus on story a lot more than
But you
other
have Therians
types
to
of
find,
genres.
Laphicet. You won't be able to look after them all the time.
I suppose. What should I do?
Like, when
You
it
could
comes
ask Kamalana
to
and Medissa.
games that tug on
Kamalana
your
said she once
emotions,
had
I
a
have to
dog.
say
Even if they get a little
JRPGs
rowdy,
have
Medissa
done
will
it
be
the
around to
most
keep
for
you
me.
safe.
That's a good idea. I'll go ask them.
Thanks. We can't be killing off Therians.
Yes, I do
Besides,
too.
They remind me
I like
of
the
Maeka.
classic JRPGs.
Velvet.
I
You
also
want
like
a
the
pet
action
dog, Laphicet?
ones.
You should go to the Abbey then,
Why the Abbey?
because the place is full of the shepherd's
Oh my God.
lapdogs. Get it? Lapdogs!
Yeah, I get it.
Back away slowly. Yeah, I actually recently got caught up on the Final Fantasy games. Because when I first started playing Final Fantasy, I started with Final Fantasy VIII, and then I just moved up until Squaresoft became Square Enix, and then I lost interest. But in the past year, I went through and beat 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I did 12. I did what is it called? 13, 13-2. I still need to do Lightning Returns on Final Fantasy 15, but after that, I'm completely caught up. I just have 2 more Final Fantasy games to go. Alright, so we need to go back to Titania. All the way across the map.
I devoured them again.
Xbox, I'm assuming that's either 12 or 13. But yeah. I like the Final Fantasy
So,
series.
you said your
However,
little brother made
I
this
prefer the
copy.
Squaresoft Final Fantasy games over
He
the
can
Square
read the
Enix
ancient
ones.
tongue. That's amazing.
They focused a lot more on story. Now she's seeing her brother. Oh, that one. I have it on PC, but I don't know if I'm gonna play it. I don't
Laffy
know.
was different from most other kids. He read books a lot.
It's,
because
you know,
his
technically
body
a
was so
spin-off Final Fantasy, so I'm not sure if I want to play
He
it.
studied all the time, so that he could be ready to travel the world one day. Which was kind of funny, considering he'd hide in my bed whenever he had a nightmare.
Okay, so the
Really?
gameplay not so much. I might just watch a walkthrough on it then.
But I don't care that he got scared. I just wanted him to live. That's why I have to.
Uh-oh.
Velvet.
I'll devour as much as it takes. I will have vengeance.
Velvet.
Well, she's exhausted. Oh, back to Pretty Boy.
Done. The art is attuned to you.
Thank you. This time I'll make sure to finish what I set out to do.
No, you won't.
I've got to say, I didn't think you had it in you, Oscar.
Earthbound. Yeah, I still need to check that one out.
For your opinion.
I've heard amazing things about Earthbound. I just haven't played it yet.
Teresa.
I also need to play the original Secret of Mana.
Are the rumors true? Are you using that experience?
Because the reboot wasn't that good.
It is true.
Earthbound is the very old classic game. Earthlock is a JRPG that came out maybe a couple years ago.
Fatal weakness for its channeler.
With animals and stuff in it.
The theory
I think.
As far as it will go. The next step is to learn its control and actual practice.
Don't tell me you intend to test it against that
Okay.
Therian.
Yeah, Earthbound is an old school game.
Please let me do it. I should be the one, not him.
You are not strong enough.
Then at least let me back him up.
So you can take the enemy out before Oscar uses the art? A noble plan, but I'm afraid it'd mess everything up.
Oh boy.
How so?
It was my idea to volunteer, sister.
Yeah.
I failed at Titania and allowed the Therian to be stolen from Palamedes.
I have too many games on all platforms.
Then let me come with you.
I have a backlog and everything. Like
Teresa Linares. You are
Switch, PS4, Xbox, and PC. Lots of games I want to get through.
Relieved of duty? Why?
For our plans to be realized.
300?
Especially strong
Wow.
We've analyzed your Malak's dormant abilities.
I don't know how many games I have on my consoles. I just kind of buy and get for free and just install and,
Simply
you know.
put, you just don't got what it takes to handle him, sweetheart.
I don't count. I'm horrible, I know. Shakes. Yeah, Bioweapon was playing Zestiria earlier, and now I'm playing Berseria. Oh, she got her Malak taken away. Have you played any of them, Shix?
When this is all over, I'd love to have some of your homemade cooking again, sister. I could go for that quiche you used to make.
They have the... Oh, God. If you didn't know, these two are brother-sister, and they work together, and they kind of have one of those incest kind of relationships.
I know what you're going to
So
ask.
that's why she does
Oscar,
not
when
want
you
them
fulfill
to
your mission,
use
I will
him
make
in their
Teresa
plan right
an
now.
exorcist again.
Oscar, are you doing this for...
Oh, nice.
Don't worry about me. I'd go to the ends of the earth and back for a plate of your delicious quiche.
Oh, God. Just so weird. They have the weirdest relationship. I think, well, for me,
Oscar,
I've only played Zestiria, Symphonia, and then Berseria. And I have to say Berseria is my favorite out of the three I've played so far. So freaking good.
If I don't do something...
The story in this one is the best out of all three, in my opinion. Symphonia was cute. I just didn't like the dungeons in it. They were...
What's this?
They were so redundant.
I'm... receptive to that art.
On the Wii.
And to you.
Uh-oh. She is going to overstep them.